Brought to you by Penguin.
The Euro and Its Threat to the Future of Europe by Joseph E. Stiglitz, read by Mike Fitzpatrick. Preface. The world has been bombarded with depressing news from Europe. Greece is in depression, with half of its youth unemployed. The extreme right has made large gains in France. In Catalonia, the region surrounding Barcelona, a majority of those elected to the regional parliament support independence from Spain. As this book goes to press, large parts of Europe face a lost decade, with GDP per capita lower than it was before the global financial crisis. Even what Europe celebrates as a success signifies a failure. Spain's unemployment rate has fallen from 26% in 2013 to 20% at the beginning of 2016. But nearly 1 out of 2 youth remain unemployed, and the unemployment rate would be even higher if so many of its most talented young people had not left the country to look for jobs elsewhere. What has happened? With advances in economic science, aren't we supposed to understand better how to manage the economy? Indeed, Nobel Prize-winning economist Robert Lucas declared in his 2003 presidential address to the American Economic Association that the central problem of depression prevention has been solved. And with all the improvements in markets, shouldn't it be even easier to manage the economy? The mark of a well-functioning economy is rapid growth, the benefits of which are shared widely with low unemployment. What has happened in Europe is the opposite. There is a simple answer to this apparent puzzle. A fatal decision in 1992 to adopt a single currency without providing for the institutions that would make it work. Good currency arrangements cannot ensure prosperity, but flawed currency arrangements can lead to recessions and depressions. And among the kinds of currency arrangements that have long been associated with recession and depressions are currency pegs, where the value of one country's currency is fixed relative to another or relative to a commodity. America's depression at the end of the 19th century was linked to the gold standard, where every country pegged its currency's value to gold, and therefore implicitly to each other's currencies. With no new large discoveries of gold, its scarcity was leading to the fall of prices of ordinary goods in terms of gold, to what we call today deflation. In effect, money was becoming more valuable, and this was impoverishing America's farmers, who found it increasingly difficult to pay back their debts. The election of 1896 was fought on the issue of whether, in the words of Democratic candidate William Jennings Bryan, America would crucify mankind upon a cross of gold. So, too, the gold standard is widely blamed for its role in deepening and prolonging the Great Depression. Those countries that abandoned the gold standard early recovered more quickly. In spite of this history, Europe decided to tie itself together with a single currency, creating within Europe the same kind of rigidity that the gold standard had inflicted on the world. The gold standard failed, and, other than a few people known as gold bugs, no one wants to see it restored. Europe need not be crucified on the cross of the euro. The euro can work. The key reforms that are needed are in the structure of the currency union itself, not in the economies of the individual countries. Whether there is enough political cohesion, enough solidarity for these reforms to be adopted, remains in question. In the absence of reform, an amicable divorce would be far preferable to the current approach of muddling through. I will show how the split-up can be best managed. In 2015, the 28-member European Union was the second-largest economy in the world. With an estimated 507.4 million citizens and a GDP of $16.2 trillion, slightly smaller than the United States. Because exchange rates can vary a great deal, so can relative country sizes. In 2014, the EU was the largest economy.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?